Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dilmer again and welcome back to my channel. So I'm pretty excited today because I'm going to be talking about 3 different areas that would actually make you lose focus about your projects. So a lot of people have a lot of things going on in their life, including myself. So it's really easy to lose focus with, thinking about how you're going to be doing long term, how you're going to be doing short term, even thinking negative thoughts about, what are you actually doing right now, if it's actually going to help you in the future. And those are, I want to focus on 3 things because these are 3 things that would actually make you, not focus on those areas, but focus on the right areas while you're working on your project. So the number one, and one of the things that I always do is try to work on a small task, work on one thing and try to isolate to that one thing. And the reason why that actually helps me is because I can actually work on, from 1 to 2 hours on a specific task, get that task done, and then ignore all the different distractions that I have throughout my day. So if you're working on a task or you're working in a very big project, make sure that you're breaking that project into multiple pieces. I always mention this in every single one of my videos, but to be honest, this is one of the most important aspects of finishing a project, focusing on something, because it's really easy to lose focus, especially when you're getting notifications from social media, when somebody's calling you, when you get a coworker coming into you. So you want to make sure that you're setting time aside and working on a task as much as you can before you get to doing something else. The other thing about working on one task is making sure that you're finishing that task. If you encounter an issue doing that task, make sure that you don't start something new before you finish that, because that's actually gonna make you lose focus. You're gonna be thinking about, why didn't I finish the other one? And long term it's not gonna be good for you. So number one, make sure that you're working on a small task, doing one task at a time, and breaking those tasks, big tasks, into smaller tasks. So that is very, very important. The other one that I always think about, and the one that I always talk about, is thinking long term. But there is actually a limit on how much I want you to be thinking about long term. Because I think what happens, especially with people that are not working or having actually finished projects before, is that you sit down and all you're doing is thinking about that long-term strategy, that long-term vision, those dreams. And I'm not saying that it's not good to think about your long-term, but making sure that you're focusing on now and working on the things that you need to be working on now, it's better for the long-term solution. So be a dreamer, be thinking about things that you have to do in the future, but make sure that you're focusing on the task on hand. Because I think what has happened to me as well in the past is that I think too much about, okay, how is this gonna work in the future? How am I gonna be doing in the future? And then I spend too much time working on things that are happening in the future, but I need to be worried about what I need to do now. I need to be worried about the tasks that I need to finish now. And that's what I want you to remember for number 2, is just don't think too much about the future. Think about now, because those are the things that are actually going to impact your future. So then number 3 is also one that I try to do as much as I can. And if you want to really stay focused on the things that you're doing, you need to be actually setting things in your calendar. So if you don't plan your day, let's say that I gotta work on a task tomorrow, you're gonna be thinking about what is it that you're gonna be doing tomorrow, and even on Mondays. So if you're thinking about what you're gonna be doing for the whole week, you go to your calendar and you set time aside. You go to your project board and say, okay, on Monday I'm gonna be doing this, Tuesday I'm gonna be working on this other area, and then so on. The reason why that helps me focusing is because I know what I gotta work on. There's nothing that I'm not expecting that I have to work on. That helps me focusing on the task that I need to work on tomorrow. And also I know how much time it's gonna take me. For some things you might not know how long things are gonna take you, but then don't get hung up on that, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna start working on those things right now, and then with time you're gonna be gaining experience of working on those tasks. And then on the long term you're gonna know, okay, I know that these tasks are taking me this long. So then you know how to plan, how to plan your week, how to plan your month. So those are the 3 areas that I wanted to cover. And if you have any questions, let me know through social media, let me know through comments. Don't forget to subscribe to this video, and don't forget to share this video. Thank you guys.